Hello folks, and welcome back to this edition of AEW. My name is Mia. As you can tell, I'm a little quieter than usual. You might hear my air conditioner kicking on and off. I apologize for that. I also apologize because actually, I didn't think we were going to get anybody watching this, so we might have accidentally skipped week 3. So what I'm going to do is go over last week's show, and we'll go from there. So, that's week 3. So AEW Dark, we had Pillman defeating Nakazawa, Spears defeating Cutler, Joey Janela and the Private Party defeating Wardlow and the Butcher and the Blade. Feel like we've seen that before. Riho defeating the Bunny, Colt Cabana beating Sema. We had an angle with Lance Archer, the Best Friends defeated the Dark Order, and Jake Hager cut a promo. That was AEW Dark. Then on Dynamite, we had Marty show up, and he says that he's joining the Elite. We had Adam Page and Kenny Omega defeating the Hybrid 2 to retain the AEW World Tag Titles. Cody comes out and he says he's going to defeat Pac, and he's going to do it for his family. The Elite defeat the Inner Circle, well, the Elite, with Broken Matt Hardy, rather. Then we get a segment where Colt Cabana is on the phone in the library and Peter Avalon makes him leave. Peter Avalon had an absolutely disastrous performance, which didn't help the segment at all. Then we had Brian Cage defeating Dustin Rhodes. We had Marco Stunt, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus trying to recuperate after their recent bad luck. Darby Allin beats Sema. Nyla Rose wants to rip Hikaru Shida's head off. Cody defeats Pac to retain the AEW TNT title, and then they brawl to end the show. Now, we haven't signed anybody, so you're not really missing a lot, but it's really unfortunate we missed that 88, so I apologize for that. And, in the future, we're going to be more careful to try to get every episode on, because, I really didn't expect this would take off like it has, so that's on me. So, let's autobook AEW Dark here. So it looks like Shawn Spears and the Super Bad Death Squad defeat Colt Cabana and the Private Party. Wild. Joey Janela beats Sema. They don't seem to click. That's fair. Chris Statlander defeats the Bunny. We get an angle between the Hybrid 2 and the Best Friends. Best Friends defeat the Hybrid 2. Oh, Angelico takes a back strain. We had an angle with Darby Allin. An angle with Marty Scurll. An angle with Arn Anderson. Jurassic Express beat the Dark Order, and then Brian Cage cuts a promo to end AEW Dark. Now, we should probably point out a couple things. We do have a long-term injury that popped up. First of all, it looks like Angelico is going to be taking this for 6 days. Evil Uno is working through a percussive ankle stretch for 21 days. So, we're going to try to lighten his load a little if we can, just because we don't want the injury to get worse. So I think that the best way to kick off the show would be for Sting to announce that, I don't know why I just tried to rate them all on success. Sting makes Pac versus Cody at Fyter Fest. There must be a winner, because these two last week fought to a draw, and it was a 25-minute draw, so kind of important that we get a winner. Still though, Cody has to defend his TV title, so we're going to have him against Austin Gunn tonight. Gives Austin Gunn a little bit of credibility and some TV time. I hope Austin Gunn can avoid injuring Cody, though, because if Austin Gunn injures Cody, I will fire him so fast. Then, after this, Cody is celebrating when Pac is going to... Can we do exiting stage assault? That feels like something Pac would do. The other way around. Oh, dude. Come on, ITV4. Alright, we'll just have to settle for beatdown in ring. Then we'll get an MJF promo, how he thinks he's the greatest thing that God has ever created. And that it's a travesty he hasn't been booked yet for Fyter Fest. So then we're going to hire a local. I like to do this sometimes to give some people a chance. So let's... Hey, look, Chris Hero. Hi, friend. Okay. Yeah, let's negotiate on you. Guess you could say this will be a hero's welcome. Or at least, we're giving Chris Hero a chance. If Chris Hero puts on a decent match with MJF, I'll consider hiring him. And I want MJF to be a little bit scared here that he's going to lose. Then Sting's going to come out and tell MJF that he does have a match for the pay-per-view against Darby Allin. Let's see. So that makes 4 matches that we have, since we have Moxley Jericho, which we need to make sure we hype tonight because that feud has gotten a little cold. Let's get a women's match in here in the meantime. Nyla will fight... we need to face, actually. Yeah, Shanna will work. Nyla's going to defeat Shanna in a slightly under 15-minute match. Maybe 13. Yeah. Then we'll have Jon Moxley cutting a promo in Cincinnati. Let's see. Nothing Jericho can do can top the streets of Cincy. Because one of Moxley's things is that, like, he grew up and had a hard life, where I believe there's a whole promo where he talks about how his mom would do unspeakable things. And so I feel like it's important to kind of incorporate that, since that's in his character in this case. So I'm going to give 4 tag teams just kind of a shot to maybe cool the crowd a little before our main event. Dustin Rhodes cannot be a competitor. Sting, you can road agent. Let's see. That is way too long. How about that? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then we want to have Chris Jericho cut a promo on Jon Moxley. We'll probably throw in a couple matches that we haven't announced, just because, like, it's Fyter Fest. Like, there's not going to be a huge amount of stuff we can do, but I want to make sure that we have some good stuff as far as matches go. Couple surprises, go from there. Let's see. Jericho's going to tell Moxley that he should go back to Cincinnati and take over his mom's corner work. Good stuff. Dark stuff. Then in our main event, we're going to see Kenny Omega and Adam Page in action. Against the team of Let's go Mr. Brodie Lee and Lance Archer. Not all out. Whoa, careful. There we go. So, good way to start out the show here. Cody defeating Austin Gunn, 65. Austin Gunn didn't injure him. Good job on Cody's part. Pac jumping Cody. MJF talking. Apparently they are a good pairing, so that's good to see. MJF beats Chris Hero, and that, oh my gosh, that's tempting. Chris Hero may be our next targets. Because that's just a great performance there. Sting makes MJF versus Darby. Then Nyla beats Shanna. Pretty okay match. Moxley cuts his promo. We get a tag team match, and Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc show excellent chemistry together. That is surprising. Then in our main event, inexplicably, this was a really good match. I guess it's because Kenny Omega's here, but a 74 plus 24, really good stuff here. So, up next, we're going to have our pay-per-view episode, but in the meantime, stay tuned. We also will announce something next week that you're going to want to stay tuned for. So, once we get through here, I will go ahead and advance it to the pay-per-view, and we will begin there. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and have a good rest of your day.